Hi everyone, welcome to If Mama New podcast. For those of you returning, welcome back. For those of you that are new, don't forget to check out our other episodes. I'm Cece. Here's Gigi,
Hi.
Mini.
Hi everyone.
Here's Cookie.
Hi.
On today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the if you can become friends with benefit with an ex. So, for example, I had an ex of 6 years, and after a while, we went separate ways. But I guess I didn't want to add another count to my body just for that. So I contacted him. We talked about, if he was in a relationship or not. He wasn't, so we kind of agreed to become friends with benefits, but we had rules. There were some rules on that. And that lasted about 8 months. And so he told me he wanted to have a baby. What's up, Gigi?
Like, what the hell does friend with benefits with rule even mean? Like, I thought of friends with benefits, and maybe I have the definition wrong of what a friends with benefits is that if you want dick and you don't want to overcomplicate yourself by finding dick, you just call a number, call a nigga, let them know, listen, I need maintenance. I need a maintenance man. Can you do what you need to do? Or can you not? And that's it. Like, what type of rules do you have when it comes with a friends with benefits thing? I mean, is it like we can only fuck each other thing? And if that's the case, isn't that an exclusive relationship, or is that still friends with benefits? I don't understand the rules.
I get it what you're saying, but from us, like we had this long relationship, we didn't want to get involved into the aspect of an actual relationship with each other because we knew it wasn't gonna work. So it was mostly strictly like we're only gonna text each other unless we're gonna hook up. We're not gonna ask favors or like have a friendship type of thing. You get me? So it was mostly once we're done, like we hooked up. That's it. Everybody, you go your separate way. I go my separate way. Somebody calls you when you're with me. Don't ask any question. I won't ask questions either. So we wouldn't complicate each other that much. Just being like, oh, who's calling you or who's texting you at 11, 12 at night. You're at that time with them. So we kept that strictly and it worked for the most part until like it hit the point that he's like, oh, I want to have a baby. And I laughed and I was like, no, I'm not ready for that. But other than that, it was mostly that.
But like, I think your nigga did not understand the friends with benefit shit. Cause like, how do you jump from we're just casually fucking to like we need to have a baby type shit? Like, that's like from no type of relationship. If I need dick, I call you. If you need pussy, you call me, and that's it. If another nigga calls me, you can't say shit. If another girl calls me, you can't say shit. But how do you jump from having sex to have a baby? Like, that's like 10 steps, right? Or am I wrong? Or did they just skip like 10 steps from having sex to having a baby? Like, girl, your man was on crack. Your ex-man or whatever he was.
Exactly. So that was the point of the rules for me because I was already past the relationship style. I was already past of fantasizing if we were gonna work out or if I wanted the relationship like before when we were in a relationship. I was past that. So it was mostly like you said, maintenance. Let's hook up, call it a day, and see you until I see you. So probably him seeing everything that I didn't care that much or I wasn't showing interest unless we were hooking up, he got into the mood of like, I wanna have everything that you wanted before, basically. That's how I saw it. So when I told him no, I'm not ready to have a kid and I don't want to have a kid with you, especially. Like that's my thing. What's up, Cookie?
This is where I think being a friend of benefit with your ex doesn't work, honestly. Because the fact that the thing here is that you guys do what you got to do as a friend of benefit. You have your rules, you set it up and everything. But then later they do stuff like that. You see that? The thing that he wants a child with you. That's where I'm like, yo, dude, are you serious? Like, come on. You don't know how to separate your physical needs with your emotional needs. And he wanted to get reconnected with you because of the fact that you weren't showing any interest.
Yeah, that's how I saw it basically too.
And how do you even like, and this goes to everyone, how do you draw the line between having an open relationship with your ex, having just a friends with benefit relationship with your ex, and then not having feelings get involved? Because basically from what Cece just told us, that was a relationship with her that they had set rules, but at the end of the day, he wanted something more. So like, where is it like a sign that lets you know, okay, this guy's not understanding what a friends with benefit relationship is, or what's going on? Like, is this gonna keep going like that? Like, that's why I honestly don't think, and maybe I did, I don't remember, but I don't think a friends with benefit relationship with an ex is possible, just because I feel like there might be so much involved in the relationship, especially depending on how long that relationship lasted, that like, even if you say to yourself, like, oh, this is just going to be for sex and that's it, I feel like at some point it becomes emotions involved. Something as simple as, like Cece said, you getting a phone call from another nigga while y'all are fucking. Like, I don't know. I feel like if I ever, and I probably did, like I said, I probably did, I just don't remember, had a friends with benefits to the next, I feel like you can't really be a friends with benefit if one of your rules is you have to be fucking each other, like only each other, right? And then you can't be, and honestly, like personally, I wouldn't be comfortable with having a friends with benefits relationship with someone else that I know is sleeping around. Because what, STDs, all that other stuff. So I don't know. I honestly don't understand the whole friends with benefit with your ex thing. I feel like it's not possible to do something like that. Yes, Cookie?
I think this is where, like Cece said, this is where the part where you make rules. You have to make proper rules, because as much as you don't want to see it as a relationship, it's pretty much a relationship. It's more like a business thing, because you guys are benefiting from each other in a situation like that. But this is where it has to come with a lot of rules, because at the point that if you're allowing to let these rules break, that's when you know that, hey, yeah, we need to cut this off. This is going the wrong way. I don't know. How do you feel about that, Cece?
But yeah, steady rules helped out for the most part. We were good until the end. So it wasn't set up. But like I said, I already had lost feelings about that relationship. So it wasn't a matter of to see, do I let it go or I don't. So I told him, you want to have a kid, go have a kid. See who wants to have a kid with you. If that's what you want to settle down. If I wasn't up for that. And I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to get into a new relationship or get into another friends with benefit and add another count to my body, basically. So that's what I did it. And it lasted up to 8 months.
I have a question. A question for for all of you. What do you think is a red flag when it comes to a friend of benefit? At the fact, how do you know when it's time for you to end?
When it feels like you're overworking a relationship, like the constant phone calls, the constant text messages, the clinginess. Why haven't you called me? Why haven't you texted me back? Why are you taking I feel like the red flag for me would be the moment a relationship I feel is controlled by jealousy. That tries to be on top of me, asking me what I'm doing, who I'm talking with, and all that. That's it. Dude, I only need your salchicha. I only need your hot dog for my English speaking people to deal with my needs down there. I don't need any other body part from you. And if I can't get that body part from you, that's fine. If I can't, that's fine too. I can go on to the next. But if you're gonna be asking me who I'm talking with or what time am I getting home, this, that ain't gonna work for me. I need you to fuck, and that's it. There's a reason we're exes. There's probably a reason it didn't work out. But you know what? Maybe your dick satisfied me for a couple times. So we keep going. But if you're gonna ask me who I'm with, what I'm doing, and all that other stuff, nigga, next. I ain't got time for that. Minnie, what do you think?
I definitely agree with you when you said jealousy would be a definite red flag. I just think, first of all, you have to have an understanding with an ex. Like, if you guys ended it because of abuse or because of whatever that it's toxic, don't go back to that person, even as a friends for benefit. But if it's with someone who just didn't work out because you didn't see eye to eye, but you still get along, and if either one of you are, well, if both of you aren't in a relationship but still have needs and wants, by all means, go for it, but just have that basic understanding of what it is exactly that you're doing. But definitely the whole jealousy thing, like, if you're not in a committed relationship, there's no reason why you should be clinging or be controlling. You know, that type of person that tries to be like, oh, you can't hang out with this person, you can't hang out, oh, you can't be over here or whatever. Yeah, so that's my thought on it.
think both of you guys are right, but the girl or the guy has to have the set mind too of having it not as a commitment. Once it becomes like a commitment, and you don't want that, it's just a end deal, like a deal breaker, because it's not supposed to be a commitment. It shouldn't become a commitment at all for neither one of the parties.
Now let me ask you this, because I was reading something the other day, and I think it's completely true. Let's say you broke up with your boyfriend today, right? Whatever. Do you think there should be a certain time before you try to pursue that friends with benefit relationship? Because I mean, when you break up, it's important to give each other time, go your separate ways, try to heal from whatever caused you guys to break up. Do you think it's there's a certain time frame before you can think about having a friends with benefits with your ex, or do you think it's okay to just we break up tomorrow, we're still fucking next week? What do you guys think, Cookie?
That all really depends on the person, honestly, with that question, because I can either cut you off emotionally and keep you only physically, at the fact that I could have done that with un pendejo. You get me? With this pendejo, I pretty much I cut him off completely emotionally. And I'm like, yo, dude, you please me in all the right places. I might as well just keep you as that. Like, I don't know, it's up to you. But once again, that sounds like I'm heartless in that point. But at the fact at the same time, I'm like, well, you're the person that messed up, not me. So I might as well use you for something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know why everybody else thought about that.
You know, I was thinking too, maybe some people decide once they break up, they go into a friends with benefit relationship because they have hope that they'll get back together eventually. You get me? So I guess holding on to that person that he broke up with you, but he's like, listen, let's fuck from time to time. You try to keep a relationship like that because you have hope that you're going to one day get back together. And I've seen couples that have done that. I think I even did that at some point where I was just friends with benefits with someone, and then in the hope that one day we would get back together. But again, it was just the repetition of a toxic relationship. So what do you girls think? Do you really think friends with benefits with an ex that you just broke up with is a healthy thing? What do you guys think?
I don't think you could go from being in a relationship one day and then continue screwing around with each other the next day. Just because I think people need to process the difference between being in a relationship and being in a friends with benefits type of ordeal. Now, how long to wait? It's completely dependent on the people and the situation. I mean, it may take a person 3 months to finally settle in that they're no longer in a relationship. It could take another person 2 weeks. It all depends. But maturity is really needed for this, because you need to have that level of maturity. Be like, okay, this is not a committed relationship. This is just me satisfying my primal needs. And that's what it is.
I agree 100% with you, and that's primarily everything. You gotta take your time to heal and process the end of that era. And then if you don't, like you said, you don't want to deal with other people, and sometimes happens, and the both of you are grown-ups and can actually sit down and talk and make it work, and to the point you guys can't anymore, might as well go for it. But if you can, and you have some lingering kind of feelings towards the person, or you're hoping for something that's not gonna happen, like a better relationship or a better, we're gonna get back together and everything's gonna be better than before, it's not gonna happen. It's always gonna go to the same course. The relationship can be, flowers and rainbows and hearts at the beginning, but then it always gonna go back to the same thing that you guys broke up. So you can't keep it not a commitment, or and keep it just casual type of thing. Might as well not do it until you feel ready for it, and you can actually be like, I have no feelings for this guy. So if this guy comes and tells me I'm on someone that I'm interested in, and I might want to pursue that person, or I might, want to do something with that person, you gotta be internally okay with that and hearing those words and be like, okay, so you wanted that, go and do it. You get me? The same as that person towards you. If you go and tell them the same thing that he might tell you and he agrees with it, you're like, okay, that was just that.
That's the part where I was like, I agree. Like the top where Gigi said at the fact that some people actually do it because they have hope on going back into the relationship. This is where I agree with Meanie and Cece. We're like, yeah, that's the part where you need to take the time for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to hope for a toxic relationship to work. It's not going to work like that. You want to take your time, relax, know yourself, and understand that do you still care for this person or not? Because in the point where, like, if you're going to do it just because you want to go back in a relationship, that's not very healthy at all. That's what I think.
What role do you think honesty plays in a friends with benefit relationship with your ex in order for it to be successful? Do you think you have to be brutally honest, or it's just our communication is limited and you tell me what time we're gonna meet and that's it and we don't talk again? Like, do you think there should be some type of conversation, or do you think there should be just we're meeting at this place at this time, bring the condom, bring whatever you need, and that's it? What do you guys think?
I mean, I think you can have a conversation with them if you're already separate from that relationship. Like, I'm not gonna say go into detail about your life or who you're seeing or if you're planning to see someone else or anything like that until you're certain that you want to start something with someone else. But you can have a normal conversation if you're gonna be there seeing them. It's not like, but other than that, during the day, if like you mean phone calls, text like that, just keep it minimal to like, hey, are you busy tonight? Are you available tonight? They tell you yes, okay, let's try to like link up. And that's about it. I mean, you're gonna have to talk to each other in person. But other than that, I don't see why you need to have a open communication with them on a daily basis.
Keep it simple. I'm more like that. Keep it simple. Keep it like a simple kiss, keep it short and simple. Like, honestly, in that part, because at the point where, like, you don't want to get emotionally attached to this person, because you need to understand this person's just something for physical needs. They're not for someone who's a long-term relationship, not someone healthy for you or anything possible. You just need them for what you need them for. So that's why I'm like, keep it short and simple. That's it. Like, hi, bye. That's it. Like, oh, this location, this is what you got to do. This is what's going to happen. That's it. Because I feel like if you try to have a communication and have a friendship with this person, like go out to the movies or do something like that, I feel like that's just gonna build hope for a relationship, and someone's gonna get attached, and that's not something you want to do. That's my opinion on this.
Manny, what do you think?
Okay. I'm going to completely disagree with what Cookie said. I just think, okay, the word friends is in friends with benefits. Okay. So I don't know. This is just to me. I don't think I could have a completely cold relationship. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm just a natural, I naturally bond with people when I feel like it. So it's kind of like, how can you just be so cold towards someone you're inviting in a very intimate level? So I'm not saying like go into the deepest, I can't say it. But I'm just saying keep it casual, keep it casual. That's what it is. That's my take on it. I'm not saying go on dates or whatever, but for instance, if you're at your house and you invite him over and you guys want to eat or watch TV together, keep it cool, casual, okay. And then see you until next time. I don't know. That's just my take on it.
I have to fight you with this part because honestly, like, I'm sorry to tell you, I learned my lesson over the years of having a friend of benefit. That's dangerous. Keyword dangerous. This is where maybe you invite this person over to your house to do whatever business you got to do, right? And then you guys watch a movie in your house, right? I'm giving you an example. At the part that you're getting that, maybe you are not getting attached, but imagine the other person's getting attached. And you're here thinking, oh, we're just friends of benefit. We're benefiting each other, but we're also friends. That's not possible. Somebody always gets attached. for some reason, someone always gets attached. This is the part where like a lot of people need to understand where friend of benefit comes from. This is why I always say keep it short and simple. This is why I'm saying it. Because in the end of the day, let's just say you do that. And this person doesn't catch any feelings. Congrats. You found the right person. But most of the time, we are humans and we do have feelings. We get attached really easily. And that's the part where a lot of people fail and forget to think about it. Because as moments I say, yeah, keep it short and simple, and it makes me sound heartless, it's because of that reason. Because of the point where I don't want to give this other person a hope that I want to be in a relationship with them. Just giving them a friendship, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it does not work. This is where I'm fighting you, Mini, about this. I don't know about your intake.
I don't know. I just think there's a difference between fuck buddies and friends with benefits. Because what you're describing is just a fuck buddy. Like for me, a friends with benefits would be someone you keep around but have a little bit more communication. I'm not saying delve deep into it that they'll confuse the person, that you'll confuse the person, but just have a little more, casual thing about it.
But I feel like that's why I don't understand the stupid shit, man. There's so many names for crap and it drives me insane. Fuck buddies, friends with benefits, right? Fuck buddy has the word buddy in it. Friends with benefits have the word friend in it. But if you're just my maintenance man, right? At this point, let's not even call them fuck buddies, friends with benefits, maintenance men. That's it. You just have one job, right? And if you're my ex, you should already know how to do that job. Unless we broke up because you couldn't satisfy me in bed. But that's something completely different because I'm pretty sure if you couldn't satisfy the person in bed, they wouldn't want you to be their friends with benefits, right? Or fuck buddies or whatever you want to call it. But if you're my maintenance man, I feel like us cuddling or whatever, watching a movie together, unless it's like one of those things where it's like a drinking movie, right? And like every time Harry Potter waves his magic wand, you gotta take a shot or something, then maybe. But like, no, I call you, you show up at this time, you bring whatever you need to bring, whether it's a condom, lube, whatever the hell. If I want a frappe, you go get me a frappe before we do the delicioso, not the nasty, delicioso. And that's it. Like, thank you for coming. Have a wonderful day. That's it. There should be no conversation. If you're my ex, there's a reason you're my ex. Now, if it's like a relationship that honestly, I feel like you've known this person for years and all that other stuff, I don't think he should be your friends with benefit anyways, because then I feel like you're trying to hold on to something that you shouldn't. Right? But then this is what I think. Obviously, I'm contradicting Minnie a little. But if you are a friends with benefits, forget about the word friends, forget about the word fuck buddy and the fuck buddy, forget about that. If you are that, you are coming to use your tool to fix my maintenance that needs maintenance down there, and that's it. Yeah, it's like you're fixing an air conditioning. You fix the air conditioning and that's it, on your way. I don't need you to come watch a movie with me unless I ask for a frappe before we do El Delicioso, then fine, please do so. Because if you gonna get something out of it, I'm gonna get something out of it too. But us watching a movie together and talking and speaking about how the weather is, no. Unless we fucking in the rain, I don't even know what your weather is. You don't even know about my life. I don't even know about your life, and we don't need to see Harry Potter together and count how many times Harry Potter touches his magic wand. Yes, Cookie.
This is where a lot of people like Mini, I know where you're coming from, where it says fuck buddy and then a friend of benefit. Honestly, for me, they're both the same thing. They're both doing the same thing. Honestly, they're just giving you what you gotta get, maintenance. That's pretty much, I'm with Gigi in that part. And this is the part where like I agree 100% with Gigi said and everything she said there. Because of the fact that, look, it's only what I need or what you need. That's it. We're not here to like entertain each other in any other place. Simple as that. Like, let's just say, oh, order a pizza. I'm hungry. I'm like, all right, I get the pizza. And we eat a pizza. And then later we do what we got to do and let's go. We're not there to have a whole full conversation or to watch a whole movie. No. Like Gigi said, you're pretty much there to fix my AC. That's it. You're a maintenance man. That's it. Keep it short and simple. I'm gonna keep it again. Keep it short and simple.
Like, I understand what you're saying, Minyan. Okay, maybe we could watch a movie before we fuck. But once we fuck, there is no reason for you to stick around for anything. Nothing. I understand if we're watching like Magic Mike and you want me to get me in the zone when Channing Tatum starts grabbing those tools and grinding on them, then sure. We'll watch that before we fuck. I'll get in the mood. You bring me my frappe, we good. You can stay for that time. But once Magic Mike is over, once you fix my air conditioning down there, my punani, whatever you want to call it, that's it. You don't need to stay. Like, that's it. Thank you for coming. The door's that way. You should know by now because you were my ex. You know how, you probably know my house by then. You know where the door is. Thank you for coming. Like, I can't. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I've had a little bit more, I'm gonna say, experience in the friends with benefits and all that, not having label shit. Maybe that's why. And maybe because Minnie at the end of the day wasn't, no, I don't want to say serious committed relationships because she was a hoe too. Minnie was a very, no, I don't know how to describe her without sounding like an asshole. Minnie was very, she knew what she wanted. And sometimes it took her a while to get where she wanted, right? So maybe that for her is what gets her motors going. They have to watch a movie after it, or there has to be some type of order to her friends with benefits situation, so she doesn't feel like it's such a bad thing. Or I don't know, Minnie. I don't know. What do you think? Like, we've been pretty much bashing your idea of staying with our exes and watching movies and stuff. So what do you think?
I don't know. I think just because my non-relationship was a friends with benefit, but we crossed all the boundaries and like we would go deep into things. And I think that's why I have this personal view. And like you said, I don't have much experience. Like, I'm not a hoe, but I haven't been in relationships. So it's complicated. It is complicated in my head.
But that's a relationship in my eyes. If you're going into like deep conversations, late, like drive-bys, or let's go out to eat, or I'm bringing you food, like that type of thing. For me, it's a full-on relationship, even though you don't want to call it. You want to call it friends with benefits because that makes the guy happy, or that makes him have a satisfaction that he doesn't have a commitment to it, then so be it. But honestly, that's a full-on relationship. You're not gonna be talking deep things with someone that you don't care about, or you're not really wanting to express that type of feelings or that type of things to someone. You get me? What's up, Gigi?
I feel like what Cece said is true. Because like I said, me and Cookie and well, no, Cece's more in the mini area. But me and Cookie, like, we've been there. We've been out there. We've done our things. But I feel like maybe what Minnie is categorizing as a friends with benefit isn't a friends with benefit, because at the end of the day, one of them didn't want to put a label on the relationship. You get me? So they pretty much did everything like a relationship. They would go out, hang out, do movies, whatever it was, have sex, and then look at the stars and talk about life and the Big Bang Theory and whatever the fuck they did. But maybe it's because she was in a relationship, but there was no label to it, right? So what we think of as friends with benefits is completely different than what Minnie thinks of as friends with benefits, because her relationships were all, like she said, weird. No offense. I'm trying to put you out there, Minnie.
None taken. I mean, it is true. I mean, looking back in retrospect, it was a relationship with no label, and then it just died. So that's why I go back and label it as a friends with benefits, because at the end of the day, when it was done, and that's it.
Personally, I think if I have a friends with benefits thing, it can't be with an ex. I know for sure I can't do it with an ex. Because I feel like there'd be so much drama if I left you, or if you left me, there's for a reason. And the moment we try to do all this all over again, yes, you might know how to take care of the things I need you to take care of, but I just think it's too like fishy for us just to go back and do it again. Unless I'm really like, you know what? I don't want to take the time to get to know a new guy or a new person. I just want to get my needs taken care of. So then, yeah, I'll hit you up, not a problem, but that's it. It could be a one-time thing, maybe a two-time thing. But once we get with all that extra shit that we're going to watch a movie and you gonna stay late and we gonna cuddle on. No cuddling. No cuddling. Only cuddling when we're both doing our businesses on the bed. After that, look, there's a shower if you need it. Have a great day. Thank you for coming. All right, so Cece has something to say.
But I agree with you. I mean, like you said, everything keep it casual. But for if you're gonna go into thinking that it's gonna work, or like you said, I didn't want to meet someone else, so that's why I made it work until it was time to be like, okay, he's getting attached. There's more that he wants that I cannot give it because I already was over the relationship. I was over the guy. I just didn't want to meet anyone else, and I wasn't investing into looking for a new relationship or someone else. So might as well. But at that time, I already had past time with me. But it wasn't none of that. Like, oh, you're gonna stay over, or I'm gonna stay over. Like, no sleepovers, no nothing other than let's hook up, maybe chit chat like a minute before, 2 minutes before we hook up, and then okay, do you need to drop you off somewhere? If it's not at, if it wasn't at his place or my place, whatever. But other than that, it's like see you later. It wasn't even like a minute or two. Bye. So as long as you know you're not gonna like, meaning that it's expecting all the relationship type of thing after, if you could make it work as long as both of you have it set up that it's not a commitment, that it's not a relationship, and basically that both of you gotta be over each other. So later on, neither one of you get confused in the feeling of like, maybe I want to start something real with this person once they're not showing interest.
All right, so if you're having an open relationship with your ex, give me some rules that you would have in that relationship.
You want multiple or you just want one?
As many as you can.
One thing for sure is don't get comfortable. That's number one. 2, don't stay long in my place. It's an in and out thing. Don't expect much. 3, protection 100%, because I can't trust you because of the fact that if you're willing to do this with me, you're able to do it with other people behind my back, and I do not want to catch any diseases. That's 3. And 4, don't ask me to go anywhere with you. I'm not going to go anywhere public with you because I'm not in a relationship with this person. Those are my 4 rules. That's what I would do. What I would use. I don't know everybody else.
God, I feel like I'm like the outcast here. Number 1 for me would be communication. The communication would be key, just as in communicate whether it's something you see going long term, short term. If you end up finding another person and you want to end it then and there, I think that's very important to know where to start and when to stop. Number 2, protection, yeah. And I think those would be my only 2 rules. Yeah, communication and using protection. What about you, Cece?
Well, my rules were, first of all, communication on the fact of like, if you're interested in someone else, say it, so it could stop. 2, it was always protection, no matter what. Like, no excuses, no like, oh, I forgot, no. And 3, don't ask, don't question, and anything about what I'm doing, with who I am, or who's calling me, or who's texting me, any of that. And then the 4th one was it was just call me or text me when you need me. Other than that, it was out of the question. Like, I don't need to know what your plans are, or if you need to do something, or if I was, what I'm doing on, like, just in general. Was basically it, and that worked for the long run. What about Gigi? What do you think about all of this? Like, every single one, at least.
I don't know about the community. I mean, I understand the communication. Like, the moment you get in a relationship, that's it. Let me know, and that's it. Like, don't expect to be hollering at me when you're trying to get in a relationship. So that, sure. But that's all the communication we need. Like, I don't need to know about your day. I don't need to know what you're doing later. No, I don't need to know any of that shit. Unless you come into my house to give me some, I don't need to know anything else. So communication and protection for sure. No condom, no entry. Simple as that. No condom, no entry. If we ain't in a committed relationship, Your hardware, your hammer, whatever you want to call that, is not coming anywhere near my air conditioning. No, not gonna happen. So protection for sure. I agree with Cookie. You do not need to stay after we're done. That's it. Thank you for coming. You know how to lock the door, and you should know because you're my ex. That's it. There should be nothing. We should not have a discussion about anything. I do not need to know what you think of life. I don't give a fuck. And I would say, I don't know. I feel like me and Minnie are just like completely opposites when it comes to this. But I think those are like my 3 top rules. We're fucking, you're leaving, that's it. No condom, no entry. No choo-choo train is going in the tunnel if you do not have protection. I am not trying to get anything from you. And I think what Cookie said is true at the same time. If you're willing to do this with me, how do I know you're not willing to do it with others at the same time? So obviously prevent STDs and all that other stuff. But I think it's just making sure that at the end of the day, you understand what type of relationship this is. This is a hit it and that's it. You hit it, you leave. You hit it, you leave. We do not need no open discussion about the world. We don't need any of that shit. Because if you try to get that, I feel like then you're trying to take a step forward into something that is not a friends with benefits, but you're trying to hold on to something that might not even be there. But that's what I think.
I agree with you.
I feel like Minnie's just staring at me. What happened?
I agree.
I'm sorry. It's just me. Like, I don't know. I feel like you could share your thoughts to your friends. I mean, isn't that what we do? We share our most darkest secrets. We share our thoughts, our ideas. So why can't that be possible with a sexual partner, but knowing it's not going anywhere? Like, that's the part I don't understand.
Because for me, at least, sharing that type of connection with someone, there's a deeper level. There's more connection with that person, and you want it to be like, for the long run. You expressing your darkest secrets, your, aspirations and all of that to that person that you're only fucking for the night or for, how long, whatever you want it. It's becoming, how I say it, to a point that it could become to a commitment to you, or you're gonna feel like when you're done with that person, when that person tells you, hey, I got a relationship, you're gonna be like, who the fuck do I talk to now?
Okay, but here's my thing. The fact that you're now friends with benefits with an ex. So at one point you already had this conversation with them. So they already know your ins and outs. So it's kind of like, okay, you've already expressed your half to this person. Why not continue it? And then when the moment dies, it dies. Yes, Gigi, I know you want to kill me.
Because they don't need to know your new thoughts, your new aspiration, your new shit. Once you're over with the guy, he doesn't need to know what the hell you're thinking for your future or anything like that. You better save that for yourself and whoever the partner is gonna come, that you're gonna have someone in the long run, instead of telling someone that you actually left and he didn't actually care. So why you want to tell that to him and be like, okay, whatever, yeah, I think this and that, and then bye. Like, I don't see that as a point. Like, for me, at least, like I said, I fuck the guy, you leave, I leave, call it a day. That's it. I don't need to tell you my darkest secrets after you're an ex, even if you're my fuck buddy or my friends with benefit. No, doesn't work like that. Gigi has something to say.
God damn it. Like, okay, we do not need to have no conversation. We had beautiful conversations while we were together, possibly after we had sex, but we are exes. E-X-E-S. I forgot how to spell exes. E-X-E-S. Exes. We don't need to have no conversations. Because let me ask you something, Minnie. When you having a conversation with this ex that's your friends with benefit, what are you doing? Are you laying on his shoulder? Or is he hugging you? Or you guys are just like on one corner of the bed and the other one on the other corner and you're talking about stuff? Like, what do you mean a conversation after sex? That's what I want to know.
Well, it really depends. Because we would have conversations in all different manners, whether it was just me laying on top of him, or me on one side of the couch, him on the other, us looking at the stars in the middle of the night. I don't know. So it would be depending on the day.
That's because that wasn't a fucking friends with benefits. That was a relationship, except the guy was too pussy to call it a relationship. That's what that was. So if you looking at stars and talking about shit, nigga, that ain't no fucking friends with benefits. What the fuck you looking at stars for? Yes, Cookie.
100%. I agree. What? I'm sorry, Winnie. We're just shitting on your idea right now. And I'm going to be honest with you 100%. The reason why I said that is I agree with Gigi. The guy was too pussy. No, I can't say pussy because pussy's too strong. He was like balls, his balls. You know, like how, like you heard a guy in the balls, they are in pain. Yes, that's how weak they are. They were so weak to the point that they didn't want to tell you we're in a relationship. Or they didn't want to put a title because they knew who you were and how you work. Because to the point where, like, you, if somebody would have gotten attached to you and told you, look, I like you, at the moment that you were able to have a conversation with them, communicating with them, would you catch feelings for them? That's the question. Would you catch feelings for them? No, because the fact is that they caught feelings for you. An ex is an ex for a reason. Let me tell you, I learned my lesson. Yo, I try to do what you did. Look, my pendejo, look, that's how me and him started. And we were together for 6 years. And I regret it after that. I'm like, I should have just kept him as a maintenance man. Honestly. Because the fact that I had that communication again of what I wanted for my future. I had that communication of, look, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. This is the goal. This is everything. We went out to go eat as friends, you know, friends. I'm going to say friends like this. And then the fact that we also went to the movies. We went to do stuff with other people to the point where he got attached. I got attached. An ex is an ex for a reason. It's not for you to start all over again. No, because then later, guess what? There's too much in the past with that relationship that it's just gonna hurt one of each other to that point. Too much. I feel like in that part, an ex is an ex, and it's just stay as an ex, and it shouldn't be any more than that. Because you tell me where you've been in a relationship that your ex was your ex and then it became your ex as your new relationship. Do you think that's even possible?
Would I be able to start a relationship with my ex who I brought as a friends with benefits? I mean, I can't tell you yes or no because every circumstance, every situation is different. Did we break up because we weren't seeing eye to eye and then maturity hit us, or different events in our life made us realize certain things? I mean, we as people grow throughout our life. And I don't know if you've ever heard the expression right person, wrong time. So is it that this is the right person, but it just wasn't at the right time? So I can't give you an answer to that because it all depends on many different things.
Get right person, wrong time. No, listen, no. Okay, no. That's a hell no. If you run in, first of all, if you doing a friends with benefits, is because you know in your heart and your soul that you just want sex. Get right person, right, wrong time, or right, wrong, whatever the hell you just said. Sex. S-E-X. I can't talk for shit today. Sex. You shouldn't be thinking about right person, wrong time. We're gonna go look at the stars and discuss life and how was your day at work. No, because what you are describing is that you are trying to remain in a friends with benefit relationship because you're hoping it'll go back to being a relationship. There is no right, wrong, right, whatever the hell you said, in a friends with benefit. Everything was wrong about the relationship. The only right was the sex, and that's why we are continuing it. There is no right and wrong time, right? What is it? Right person, wrong time, wrong person, right time, whatever. No. In a friends with benefits, no. Unless you are trying to disimular, to hide that you want to get back in a relationship, and you're doing so by saying, let's just fuck and we'll be fine. Which is not true, because then you have ulterior motives. So get right time, wrong person, wrong, whatever the hell you said. Nope, I don't agree.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna stop talking for today because y'all just like bombarding me and I'm half asleep and Yeah, no. Not today, girls. Not today.
So we can agree that everybody has different, I mean, all three of us have different aspects of our friends with benefits than me. So our understanding is a bit different. Well, a lot
Just a
different.
bit. Just a bit, you know. I think y'all on A, I'm on Z. We're on completely different planets. Somebody's on Mercury, I'm on Pluto. So
Definitely.
I just think that at the end of the day, because of the experience you've had in relationships, many, that is your definition of a friends with benefits. I'm not saying it's the wrong definition, but I'm saying it's a freaking wrong definition. But it's because of the experiences you've had. It's not your fault that you didn't have a real friends benefits, because that what you are describing is a relationship, and that's what I think. But I think it's because of the experiences you had when it comes to a relationship. Obviously, at some point you didn't believe in relationships. You just wanted masochists, and then the other one, and then the other one, and then I forgot the other one, and then I'm just gonna call pendejo the last one that I can't stand. But throughout the years, you had different ideas of what a relationship was, right? Because if you ask me what a relationship is, it's completely different than what you think a relationship is, right? Because of the way we grew up, the people we went out with, and all that other stuff. So I know we kind of attacked you today. It's just that you were saying some shit that just like, no, hell no, that's not a friend. Just a bit, just a tiny bit. But at the end of the day, like, what I want our listeners and everyone else to get from this is that I think an open relationship, a friends with benefit relationship with your ex, personally, what I think is that you have to understand that that's all it is. It's just sex. Because if you're looking for something more, then you're just trying to get back in a relationship with that person, and you're either gonna get hurt more or gonna have a hard time getting over things. But that's what I think. I don't know if you ladies want to add anything else before we close this off. All right. Thank you everyone for joining us on this episode of If My Mama Knew. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also stream our podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, Google, Pandora, and YouTube. I'm Gigi signing off. This is Cece.
Bye.
Minnie.
bye, guys.
And Cookie.
Bye.
Have a great night. See you next week. Tune in. Bye.